Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my April favorites. I actually was not planning on doing a favorites video this month just because I feel like time goes by so fast and favorites video come every 4 weeks and I just feel like it's a lot sometimes. Like maybe it's too many favorites. Is there ever a such thing? I don't know. So I was planning on not doing it, but then I was like, you know what? I have a substantial amount of products, so I'm gonna talk about my favorites, and it's not too late because it's the 5th of May. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way. Hey! Even though this is literally what I'm doing today. I'm home alone all day long. John is at band practice, and so I am here by myself. I will be editing and playing with my dog and cleaning the house, so happy Cinco de Mayo. So I have a lot of bronzers and highlighters to talk about this month, which is probably just because of the fact that so many cosmetic brands are coming out with bronzers and highlighters right now. It's that time of year. I'm taking out these bracelets because I can already tell they're gonna annoy the hell out of me. Okay, now we have a cling-free wrist. I can't stand it when it's like clink, clink, clink. You're like, shut it down. The first product that I have been loving is a bronzer by Makeup Forever. And they came out with a whole new set of bronzers, and I think there's 6 of them. I'm pretty sure. And they're on all different colors. Some are more cool in tone, some are more neutral, some are more warm. They're in all different shades for all different skin tones, whatever you may need. But I have been loving them. So you can see the way they're packaged. They have this nice swirl in them. And the way they come off is not like a normal powder. They come off with a very beautiful sheen to them. Now, it's not glittery, it's just this nice sheen that looks so natural. I am wearing this one all over right now. I use a big powder brush. You'll actually see because I filmed this look like a get ready with me earlier this morning, but I am wearing this like all over my cheek area, my temples, and I swooped it across my face and my chin. So this is what I have right here. And I'm still confused about the numbers and the names of them. Makeup Forever can always be super tricky. Great, I just dug my nail in that. Fabulous. That's God's punishment to me for not getting a fill. I think this is named 351. I'm not quite sure because it's so tiny on the back you can barely see it, but I think it's 351. I will link it down below. I'm not 100% positive if these have launched yet because they did send out a press package to everyone on their list and this was a part of it. So they didn't have any card in there or anything saying the date that it launched, but I have been loving this bronzer. It's just such a different, unique consistency and it just looks so natural on the skin. It's not powdery, and it's not ashy, and it's not muddy. It's just very fine and very sheer and just looks so natural. It has a nice glow. Beautiful bronzer by Makeup Forever. Next we have another bronzer and this one is very unique. This one is by Hourglass and this is the Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Bronze Light. So my sister is actually the one that turned me on to this product because she talked about it on her blog, but for someone who's more around my color to fair or extremely fair, this is gonna be a bronzer on you. And the way I apply it is the same way that my sister does, which is with a huge powder brush, and we'll just take it and spin it in here and then just go all over the cheeks, and it's just so pretty. And I was very nervous that the shimmer in this would make me look muddy putting it all over, but it doesn't. Somehow it just works. It's beautiful, it catches the light, it looks very natural, it just looks very glowy, very Jennifer Lopez. That's all I'm really asking for in life, is just Jennifer Lopez. And I feel like this is just so Jennifer Lopez. I'm not obsessed at all. So I have owned this for like 3 months and I've never talked about it because I didn't even use it for the first month that I owned it. Like I get new product and I'll like put it on my vanity and I'm like, it's so pretty, but I won't actually touch it. I'm so weird. Like I want to keep things as perfect and like in their package for as long as possible before I dig into it and destroy it because that's what I'm going to end up doing. So this is by Charlotte Tilbury. Hold on. Okay, so her name is not on the packaging, but I'm 95% sure it's Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury. I'll link it down below for you guys. This is called the Film Star Bronze and Glow Palette. So this is a face sculpting powder and a highlighting powder. So again, I told you I've been obsessed with bronzers and highlighters. It's just my thing this month. This sculpting powder is beautiful. And what I love about this sculpting powder is it's gonna work on someone who is extremely fair up to my skin tone, maybe even a shade or 2 darker. It is just so pretty. It's a very neutral tone. It's not too cool and it's not too warm. So it'll give a very beautiful, minimal looking contour, which I am really into right now. I'm not as into that harsh contour as I used to be. That's like, boom, look at my contour, bitch. Like the second you walk in the room. I really like this more subtle contour kind of glow on the cheeks right now. So the highlight is beautiful. It's not too over the top and too intense. It's kind of on the subtle side, but yet it's still gonna make a statement, and it's a beautiful kind of vanilla champagne shade. This palette all around is just great for highlighting and contouring, and again, they are both more on the subtle side as far as sculpting and highlighting. So love this palette. This would be a great palette for someone who is trying to begin in highlighting and contouring because it won't be overboard. I'm going to talk about another highlighter that I have been using for the past 2 months, but I forgot to talk about it last month because it just slipped my mind. So this is the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder. I never know how to pronounce that. Celestial powder, whatever. We're going to move past it. It's a highlighting powder by Kevyn Aucoin. That's what you need to know. And this is called Starlight. So this is a highlighting powder, but it is more of a beige shade as opposed to like a vanilla champagne kind of bronzy glow. This one is more of a pinky beige. So I don't use this one on the actual tops of my cheeks. I use this one right here on the center of my cheeks. So if you can see that glow right here that I have right now, that is Starlight by Kevyn Aucoin. And I will take it and put the majority of it right here on the apples. Sorry, people are texting me. Let me just turn my phone off. I'll put the majority of it right here in the center of the cheek, and then whatever is left, I'll just kind of brush it backwards. So that is what you are seeing happening on my face right now. I just think it is so absolutely beautiful. So if you're working with a matte blush for the summer and you don't want your cheeks to be matte, you can take Starlight, take a little bit of it, and just lightly dust it over your blush, and it'll just give you like that really beautiful kind of beige glow. Gorgeous. And I think it's so great that it's such a tiny little compact packaging where like a normal highlight is like this size. You know, this is so tiny and great for travel. More bronzers. Honestly, oh my God, man down. Sorry about that. Recompose. So anyways, next I have more bronzers. This is the last bronzer, I promise, but I wanted to talk about them because this was very exciting for me. I don't know why I had all 3 of them. That was completely pointless. I only needed this one. This is the Too Faced bronzer, and we all know about the milk chocolate, the chocolate soleil, and it smells like chocolate and it's so amazing, but this one, when I got this in the mail, I was like freaking out. Finally, I am so happy Too Faced did this. They came out with a dark chocolate. So this is just a darker version of the milk chocolate one by Too Faced that is ever so popular. Let me grab the milk chocolate and show you in comparison. Okay, so this is the milk chocolate right here, and this is the one that like I'm used to working with, and as you can see when I hold it next to my skin, it doesn't even look like it's gonna be a bronzer. It looks like it's gonna be a face powder. It is a bronzer though, but it's extremely subtle. Now, they have the dark chocolate one, which is just so incredible, so beautiful. It's the same great consistency as this one, but just dark. I am so happy. When I got this in the mail, I was screaming. I was like, yes! What's so great about it is more of a red tone bronzer, which it can sometimes be hard to find because a lot of people will come out with more warm tone bronzers because a lot of people want like that kind of warm, I've been at the beach kind of summer glow, which is, I'm all about that life, of course. But I also can appreciate a more neutral to red tone bronzer as well because this will work for a lot of other skin tones who maybe those bronzers look too orange on them. So absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited about this. So that is the Dark Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced. I'd even give you a swatch because I'm so all over the place, but this is what it looks like. So you can see on the skin, it's a very neutral kind of red base, and it's nice and pigmented and nice and dark. That's how I like them. So the last thing that I have for the face is actually a blush palette by Morphe, and I have been using this all month, and I am so ridiculously impressed by these. Oh, by the way, this palette is called 9B. I'll find it and I'll link it down below for you guys. Don't you worry your pretty little heads. So this right here, as you can see, we have 9 shades, and they are so pigmented. I am extremely impressed. For a brand that has such low prices, you would expect these blushes to not be the high quality that they are. And I know I should have expected that because that's how their shadows are. So why would I not expect the exact same thing from the blushes? But these are great. I am wearing this middle one right here on my cheeks today, and then I have that Kevyn Aucoin Starlight over top of it. Again, I filmed this look, so you'll see it in like a tutorial soon. But these are just so pigmented. Like I'll show you how pigmented they are just with a little swipe. Do you see that? Like that's pigmented, people. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'll show you a few of them. This one has, like, can you see on that finger? I'm very, very impressed by this palette. I love it. I haven't had, God, that's pigmented. I haven't had any issue with them being ashy. I haven't had any issue with them not lasting on my skin. These are great colors for the summertime. And I love that these colors in here go from like the most modest of like a fair skin girl to a dark chocolate skin. Like anyone can use these colors in this palette. love. So when I filmed my tanning routine, a lot of you guys were noticing that I was not using shaving cream in the shower when I was showing shaving my legs. Let me just say, that was the most awkward video I've ever had to film in my entire life because I was in my swimsuit and I was trying to do it so quick, and I was just doing it for the camera, so I only shaved like the bottom half of one leg just to like show you I'm shaving. So anyways, tons of you guys were asking from that video how I wasn't using shaving cream and how I don't get I was gonna say goosebumps, how I don't get razor burn and all that. So I thought that I would tell you guys about the razor that I use because I struggle horribly with razor burn. I mean, when I was younger, like in my teenage years, I would shave and I would be in so much pain from razor burn that I would cry. And my mom and I, we would try to find everything we could, every lotion, every, what's it called, shaving cream, anything we could find, any gel to help soothe razor burn. It was just bad. But then I found these, and since they came out originally like 5 years ago, these have been the only razors that I use. And if I, for some reason, I'm like stuck in a pickle and I'm staying at someone's house and I don't have my own razor and I use theirs, I once again, like in the past, will get horrible razor burn. For some reason, these are just like my knight in shining armor. So these are the Gillette Venus Breeze. And what's great about these is they have that, I'm just gonna open it. So the actual razor blade has a gel bar on the top and the bottom with very moisturizing, soothing properties in them, which is what makes this so amazing. And for some reason, it just works for my skin and my legs. It may not work for you, but oh my gosh, it is like my lifesaver. And they have this in a couple of different ones. They have like the Venus Breeze Spa and they have this one, and either one of them work for me, but as long as they have this like soothing gel around it, that is a game changer for me. So I will just use whatever product I have in the shower that I use as far as a body wash, and I do not need to use shaving cream. This works just fine. This is like the replacement for the shaving cream. So I just thought that I would let you guys know, not that this was a favorite of mine this month, but it's been a favorite of mine since I discovered them when I was like 20. So that is the Venus Breeze. What exactly are they called? It doesn't even have a name on it. Like, it's literally all in Spanish. But you guys know what it is. It's the Venus Breeze blades with the gel thing. Whatever. I am so excited to talk about this perfume, but at the same time, I wish so bad that you guys could just smell it through the camera because I am so bad at describing things. But anyways, this is a perfume that I just recently found at Anthropologie. And the story behind this is when I was 14 years old, I got a bottle of this when I was up in Chicago visiting my sister. And I went through the entire bottle in one summer. I loved it so much. I was constantly spraying it. So I completely forgot that this perfume existed, and I didn't have money for all those years, and I was so broke, I couldn't even afford a bottle of perfume. And so I was at Anthropologie last week with my friend, and I saw this bottle up on the tower, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I had forgotten about this point of my life where I was so obsessed with this. So I ran over and I smelled it, and I was like, it's even better than I remember. It's so good. So this is just called Eau de Toilette Vanille. It honestly stays for so long on your skin that I will spray this in the morning, and that night when I'm in bed and I've showered, my husband will still tell me, oh my gosh, you smell like vanilla. It's like I can't get rid of it, which is totally okay because it's so amazing. But if you don't like that scent, it'll suck for you because it'll be on your body for 24 hours. It's warm, but it's not too warm. It's not musky. It doesn't smell like amber. It literally just smells like straight up vanilla. It is so good. It is so pure. Go smell it for yourself. I don't know where else you can find it. I will search online and see if it's anywhere else other than Anthropologie. For those of you who maybe don't have one around you, I'm sure you can find it at other places, but it is incredible. So if you like anything vanilla, you will be obsessed with this. Trust me. Okay, so for my last favorite of the month, it's actually a song. And I don't think I've ever like shown a song before in a favorites video, but I have to. I'm sure that you guys know this song, even though I never listen to the radio. Like, I haven't listened to the radio in probably 8 months, but I know that it's gotta be all over the radio right now. John actually brought this song to me like a month ago, and he's like, Jaclyn, you need to hear this song. This is a new song by Justin Bieber. You're gonna love it. And I was like, Justin Bieber? He's like, just listen, just listen. And it only took about 30 seconds, and I was like, the feels. The actual lyrics are awesome. Like, most people can relate to the lyrics. They're so good. So I'm gonna play you a little bit of it so you can hear for yourself. Where are you now that I need you? Where are you now? Where are you now that I need you? How can you not dance? Dance! yeah, that song has pretty much been on repeat like the entire month, constantly. Like I play it in every room, and I think John is just like, why did I show this song to her? Because I am so obsessed with it. I just love that it's like smooth and kind of quiet and soft, but then the chorus kicks in and it's just so many feels. I have one more song and then that will complete this favorites video. So I showed this song to my friend back in the day when she was going through a really hard time, because I was like, this song so applies to your life right now. And she became so in love with it. And it's now been like 7 years since that's happened. And she just texted me a couple of weeks ago with the link to that song. And she was like, just want to say thank you again for showing me this song all those years back. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, it's just one of those songs that I just like forgot that it existed. But I wanted to share it with you guys because it's not a song that you're gonna wanna listen to and jam out and be like, yes, I feel good about life. It's a song that if you are down, if you are kicked, if you are feeling depressed, if you're feeling like, what is the meaning of life? This song will pick you back up. First, it'll make you bawl your eyes out, and then it'll pick you back up. It is so, so good. It's from the band Relient K. Some of you might think that Relient K is lame. That's fine, I don't care. I used to love Relient K. Their album, was my favorite album. And this was a song that not many people knew about on that album, but it is so good. So I'm gonna play it for you in bits and pieces, but if you're interested in it, go listen to it for yourself. It's just a song that'll make you feel like life has a purpose. It'll make you feel like there's a bigger power and a greater power out there, and it'll put life into perspective for you. And it's just such a good song.
So scared to find out, so scared we're gonna lose it, not knowing all along, that's exactly what we need. If the burden seems too much to bear, remember the end will justify the pain it took to get us used.
I just had to show you guys that song because last night I tweeted a line from it and it said, if the burden seems too much to bear, remember the end will justify the pain it took to get us there. And I could not believe how many people responded to me saying, I needed to hear this, you have no idea, thank you so much for tweeting this. And I thought, hey, if you guys need this, if you need some encouragement, let me just tell you about the whole song so you can go listen to that, because if you think that line is good, that song will change your life. Like, it is so incredible, and it just gives you something to believe in, and it's just great. It's hard for me to listen to it without crying. I mean, like, even right there, I start to choke up. That is Let It All Out by Relient K. I will link that down below for you guys if you want to hear the whole song and like see the lyrics for yourself. All right, you guys, so that completes my favorites video. It's such a random favorites, right? It was like one perfume with like a bunch of bronzers and music, but hey, these have been my favorites for the month, so that's what you get. I hope that you enjoy, and as always, you know the drill. Leave me your favorites for the month of April in the comment section down below. You know I will be checking out the comments, and I'll be writing everything down in my little notebook. Tell me your favorite beauty products, your favorite snacks, your favorite TV shows, your favorite movies. Just tell me your favorites. I absolutely love it. So I hope you enjoy. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Mwah.